I decided I'm going to try and make these videos more of a video diary than deep diving constantly into intelligence topics. However, I'm sure we'll get to those themes at some point in this video. Indeed, my main interests seem to be intelligence and mental illness and how these things correlate, basically. Indeed, the experimentation on mental patients is a key interest of mine because of my life story. Indeed, my parents, who I believe have a certain amount of involvement with the experimentation on me, they think that I just sit around all day doing nothing, basically. Indeed, this isn't actually the case. I do a lot of research and I'm constantly thinking and thinking very deeply. Sorry, getting distracted by other residents moving around in the house, and I'm worried that someone's about to knock on my door. So the problem with living in mental health supported accommodation is that sometimes the staff bother you. Indeed, that's a topic for another day. But the point I was trying to make is that my parents think that I do nothing with my day, but I feel as if I achieve something every day. In fact, I achieve more than one thing every day, most days. So I'm completely content. Indeed, my mental state is very fragile, and I still slip into the delusions that I'm a Russian agent, but I can't help that from occurring. Indeed, this keeps happening maybe 2 or 3 times a day. I slip into a delusion whereby I think I'm a Russian operative of some sort, though the nature of my position as a Russian operative is not a simple one. Indeed, I am very much against the Putin government. Even within my delusion, I am an anti Putin Russian operative. There's several complexities to it. Indeed, returning to my parents, I do not want to end up like them, and indeed, I think I made a conscious decision when I was much younger not to end up like them. Indeed, they are two ridiculously, visibly stressed police informants who are envious of their neighbours. This seems to be a common theme among people in Britain. Indeed, people from third world countries believe that Britain is some sort of paradise a lot of the time. However, everyone here is struggling. And my parents have worked all their lives and now they're just stressed, envious, and basically informants for the police. And this is the way that society has forced them to be. I'm also pretty sure my mother might have sold me for experimentation to the MI6 networks at Grenville Lodge, but I have no way of clarifying this. So at the moment, this is just a working theory. However, I shall probably expand upon it at some point due to my mother's very close relationship with Julian Lovelock, a high ranking Royal Arch Freemason. And at the time I left Grenville Lodge, he'd just become the like deputy chair basically of the University of Buckingham Intelligence Front. So it's interesting because I do believe she may have sold me to the Grenville Lodge networks for experimentation. And returning to the sad state of affairs in the United Kingdom, this all has to do with social engineering. Indeed, the intelligence networks and the corporations and the psychiatrists have basically created a nation which is overworked, stressed, struggling, and most of all, envious of each other. Indeed, this envy is leading to a massive system of the creation of police informants. Indeed, the British people have basically turned themselves into their own Stasi, which is very interesting, and this links back itself to the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst networks that I have been analyzing in recent videos. See, I told you we'd get onto the intelligence theme. However, I don't want to make that the general topic of conversation in this video. Indeed, I'm very nervous tonight, and yeah, I'm very paranoid of everyone and everything. Indeed, I'm beginning to realize, and I came to this realization while I was incarcerated in the psychiatric hospital for the past 5 years. I was released, 11 days ago, and I'm actually struggling, really struggling, to get used to society. Indeed, I'm becoming very reclusive. Indeed, I'm used to being locked up inside a building. So I'm struggling really to venture out. And I'm pretty sure the people of this town do not want me here. Indeed, these small Wiltshire towns are full of simpletons. The ones I've lived in, Calne, Devizes, and I imagine Warminster, even though I haven't really spoken to anyone. These towns seem to be full of simpletons. And to top it all off, simpletons that are police informants, and simpletons that are envious of each other, which is creating their police informant culture. So I am at a bit of a loss, really, because I can't really talk to anyone, because as soon as I start talking to someone, they think I'm absolutely crazy and are likely to report me to the authorities in some way. And yeah, so I'm stuck in a terrible position. And indeed, I can't really talk to my parents because I've explained about them, and I'm pretty sure they give regular updates to the authorities on me. Call that paranoia, but I, my mother has left her desktop on in the past on her emails, and being the curious person I was, I had a little browse through because it it was there, and I went on her sent folder, and there were various messages sent by my mother to people in positions of authority that had some sort of control over my destiny at the time. And I believe that I may have been hypno-programmed to forget the fact that I saw these secret communiques, but now that my memory is coming back to me, it was definitely real. And this is quite a worrying situation, really, because I don't really have any friends, and my own family are involved in a conspiracy against me. So I'm basically on my own and being attacked with beams by the intelligence services. The police absolutely despise me. The locals, simpletons of these small towns, absolutely despise me. And yeah, so I'm in a bit of a funny situation, really. Indeed, this is why the last few days I've been stressing myself out too much, putting too much pressure on myself for the content of my videos, rather than simply making this a video diary with bits and pieces of intelligence analysis. I've been focusing far too heavily on analysis of the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst networks, and to be honest, it's absolutely exhausted me the past few days, and the nature of the beams has changed. So rather than beams that I can physically feel and are aware of the fact that they are beams, the beams have changed to a new method of psychotronic warfare against me, and I can no longer physically feel the beams hitting me in the way that I did before, but I feel ridiculously lethargic. The tinnitus is still there, though, which is the key giveaway. So I have been being beamed at the whole time since last Tuesday night when the beams apparently stopped. This could be a measure of deniability, regarding the intelligence services activities because I've been making such a big deal about the psychotronic beams that they are trying to lessen the impact, so they're lulling me into a false insecurity or something. But the tinnitus was still there. And the general edginess that is caused by the beams. Indeed, I am worried that my heart may give out at some point. I'm not stressed. I'm just being attacked with psychotronic weapons. The intelligence services are engaging in a campaign of psychotronic warfare against me. It's and so I'm stuck basically in this small town in Wiltshire. But I'm quite happy being here, so maybe stuck isn't the word, but I'm located in this small town in Wiltshire, being attacked with psychotronic weapons by the authorities. I'm coming to terms with the fact I was used in a behavior modification experiment, i.e., a mind control experiment, that basically caused me to be programmed with Nazi fetishist programming. So I now have a history of crazy statements that I made over the years due to this behavior modification program. And two entire towns in Wiltshire despise me. My parents are involved with the experimentation and involved in informing to the authorities on me. And the police department of this county probably want me dead. And I hate society. So I'm just sticking on my own, really. But I'm in a better place than I have been for forever, basically. I don't think I've ever been in such a good place as I am now. But the content of the videos that I've been making over the past few weeks have basically exhausted me. And I want to talk about some other stuff other than deep diving into the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst, British intelligence, conspiracy nexus, though I am going to continue talking about those topics, but at the same time, I want to analyze some other topics that are basically very relevant to my life. Indeed, the study of these networks is very important to me because of the experimentation that I underwent, especially during the years 2012 to 2016, when the majority of my programming took place. Indeed, I think in the years after that, I was merely reeling from the programming and I'd slip in and out of it. It wasn't until I was incarcerated in the psychiatric hospital for a 5 year stretch that I really began to regain certain memories and figure out that I'd actually been experimented on. So I was basically running around first the Balkans, then Wiltshire, then Bristol as a headless chicken, basically, making all these crazy statements, attacking people, threatening people, and all sorts, really. And this is due to a behavior modification program that I was put into. Indeed, I believe I was a failed experiment because I was always breaking out of the programming to an extent. So I was a failed experiment and they couldn't truly contain me. So in the end, they just decided to leave me to it and see what would happen. Indeed, every movement I have made since 2012, 2013 has been analyzed and the data analyzed, digitized, theorized on by the research team that are controlling the experimentation on me. So this is ongoing. Indeed, the beams themselves are merely a part of this experiment. And I've theorized that it's not only British intelligence, but also potentially Russian military intelligence that are beaming at me, which means I'm caught up in international intrigue. But I've been caught up in international intrigue ever since I set foot in the Balkans, so I guess I'm used to that now. Though the extent of it and how much my life was at risk is only beginning to hit me now. So this is just a video of my intentions for how this channel is going to be, though I am going to still make intelligence videos, but I want to weave in a lot more of my own experiences and my own experiences of schizophrenia also. Indeed, I believe I was already developing schizoid tendencies by the time I was involved in the behavioral modification program. Indeed, I believe I was selected for the behavior modification program by institutes researching schizophrenia. So it's very interesting considering the amount of schizophrenics that are being programmed with Nazi fetishism these days. And it is programming. These people aren't naturally inclined to think like that. It's all programming. And this links back to the way that the social engineering in the United Kingdom is occurring. Indeed, the whole population is basically being programmed in a sense. Behavior modification programs are only for the selected few, but everybody is being subliminally programmed and influenced. And this links back to the networks of German psychiatrists in the 17 and 1800s who planned all of this through their Illuminati networks, which now manifest themselves as the British intelligence Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst nexus. So I'm going to leave it there, but I hope that makes sense.